is Jordan, which is kind of annoying this question, but now that LeBron is the all-time leading scorer in NBA history with over 39,000 point careers, also ranking top 5 in assists and still climbing rankings in rebounds, blocks, and steals, all while consistently playing 20-plus seasons at an elite level for an old man, winning 4 championships, 4 MVPs, and making 19 All-NBA teams. Who is better, Jordan or LeBron?
You know, those are some incredible stats.
They are.
Those are some incredible stats. I'm never going to say anything bad about LeBron, I told you. I think he's the 3rd best player I've ever seen play after Michael and Kobe. It's just different eras. I love LeBron. I'm not going to say anything bad about him.
In the team's best interest, in your best interest to play all 82. Is that something you thought about at all since you made the goal?
No, I mean, that's a goal, but we'll see. But I don't, it's something I ain't discussing right now.
1 hour later.
Something like this, is there many things you lean on to try to?
And I had a teammate. He says, "You twist your ankle, young fella. Come over and sit with me. You know, this is you need to." I said, "No, man. I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. You know, I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact."
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
A passionate LeBron supporter steps into the spotlight armed with stats, accolades, and complete confidence that the numbers alone can settle the GOAT debate. But what unfolds next goes far beyond a simple rebuttal. As Barkley starts dismantling the argument, Michael Jordan's recent public comments add an even sharper edge, exposing why the case for LeBron based purely on statistics begins to crumble under deeper scrutiny. At Barkley's fan Q&A, one determined supporter approaches the mic like he's delivering a closing statement in court. He unloads LeBron's resume point by point, historic scoring totals, elite all-around numbers, championships, MVPs, and unmatched longevity, making the case sound nearly impossible to challenge. The crowd leans in, the momentum builds, and then Barkley responds with calm respect instead of confrontation, setting up a counterpunch the fan clearly didn't expect.
Different eras. I love LeBron. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. He didn't go to college for 3 years. You have to factor that in also. He had a 3-year head start on Michael. Okay, since you want me that. So, I'm going to just give a couple of things about, if he wanted to do it fair, he would say, well, how many games did Michael Jordan play compared to LeBron?
Barkley shifts the debate by adding the context most stat arguments ignore. LeBron entered the league straight from high school, while Jordan spent 3 years in college before ever playing an NBA game. That head start matters. When Barkley reframes the comparison around production in the same number of games, the totals suddenly tell a very different story, one that suggests Jordan's scoring dominance was even greater than the raw career numbers reveal.
And actually, if you look at the numbers, Michael actually had 5,000 more points in his career, same number of games. 5,000, which is 2.5 NBA seasons. But you have to factor in, Michael went to college for 3 years. And if you remember, he broke his foot his first year, and he retired for 2 years. So if Michael went to the NBA 3 years sooner, not missed his rookie year with a broken foot, and not retired for 2 years, he would be the all-time leader.
The argument deepens when Barkley points out everything Jordan lost to circumstances: a major foot injury early in his career and 2 full seasons away from basketball. Add those years back, and LeBron's edge in total scoring starts to disappear. Then comes the knockout stat. Jordan still produced more 30-point explosions in far fewer seasons, reinforcing the idea that LeBron reached the top through unmatched longevity, while Jordan did it through a higher, more devastating peak.
Sure.
Did you ever look at how many shots Michael Jordan took and how many shots LeBron took?
I did not.
Michael
They
Jordan.
were both gunners.
Michael Jordan took way more shots.
Well, that was his job.
You know, it's all about winning championships.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Now the conversation moves beyond numbers and into legacy. Jordan built his championship story with one franchise, enduring years of punishment before turning the Bulls into a dynasty. LeBron's path was different, marked by major moves, superstar partnerships, and championship cores formed across multiple teams. That contrast becomes central to Barkley's view of greatness. One legend stayed and conquered, while the other repeatedly reshaped the situation around himself.
And let me tell you something. LeBron, we compare him favorable to Magic Johnson. He's a more of a triple threat than Michael was. I'll agree with that. But let me ask you a question. I want you to be honest with me in your heart.
All right.
If you had one game and you said, I need to win game 7, would you want LeBron, Michael, or Kobe in one game win all?
LeBron.
Okay.
When the debate turns to who you trust most with everything on, the answer reveals more than it solves. Jordan's finals resume remains untouchable. 6 appearances, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, and no need for a Game 7 on the sport's biggest stage. LeBron's 10 finals runs are historic in their own right, but the losses keep the comparison alive. That's what makes Jordan's rare NBC appearance so powerful. When he finally speaks, people listen, because his legacy still carries weight few others can match.
What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress them.
Jordan's comments on load management reveal a mindset that feels almost extinct in today's NBA. To him, every game was a responsibility, a promise to the fans, especially the ones who may only get one chance in their lives to see a superstar play in person. He frames playing not as a burden, but as a duty. And when he recalls the old love of the game clause that let him jump into a pickup game without fear of voiding his contract, it becomes clear that for Jordan, basketball was never just a job, it was a commitment.
How did that love of the game fuel your career?
It was the basis of my career. My love of the game within my contract, which, you know, I'm pretty sure most contracts now, I'm actually positive now, don't have that clause within the contract where
You had a clause in your contract.
love of the game contract,
Right.
that if I was driving with you down the street and I see a basketball game on the side of the road, I can go play in that basketball game. And if I get hurt, my contract is still guaranteed. I love the game so much that I would never let someone take the opportunity for me to play the game.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Now I want to hear from you. After everything we just broke down, who really deserves the GOAT crown? Does LeBron James and his unmatched longevity, all-time records, and ability to dominate across multiple eras make him the greatest ever? Or does Michael Jordan's perfect finals legacy, killer mentality, and peak dominance still put him on a level nobody can touch? This debate has divided basketball fans for years, and honestly, every new season adds another chapter to the story. So don't just watch and leave. Jump into the comments and let your opinion be heard, because the best conversations always happen down there. And if this video changed your perspective even a little, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got more deep basketball breakdowns, hidden stories, and controversial NBA debates coming your way, and trust me, the next one might be even crazier than this.